Basketball. You know I'm back in the gym with my friends. And I can't wait to begin this episode with you because I'm here to give you what you need, guaranteed to succeed in the game that you love to play each and every day so that you can find a way to make it to the next level. And this is what I'm doing with the Twins. We're back in the gym with the Twins, and they're working kind of similar to what my man Devin Cole's working on. A little off the pick, but no roll. We're shooting that thing. So we're waving right off of it. We're not putting it back on the ground. We're picking it up and we're stepping right into that 3-ball. This allows a lot of timing off of people getting through picks, people reading the pick and roll situation. One thing you know, once you come off of the pick a certain way, you know the defender's going to be stuck, and that will give you that time to shoot if defenders don't show. I know I'm talking a lot of basketball without any, arrows or diagrams, but I'm just more talking the workout for you. Again, it's more about understanding the game in its simplicity. And this is kind of what I'm talking about with them, is just keeping it simple. And if a guy goes here, if you've already done this is the next thing that you would do. So we're working on what the next thing looks like to make sure they can shoot the 3. Okay. And so the one thing that I did explain is you got to get closer to making it look like you're going over the screen, but I also won't keep emphasizing it, but I'll let the player do the move. Because again, as a trainer, yes, you're stirring a little bit, but you're not coaching them to the point of where you're making them robotic. So I don't want them to, run up near me, go over the cone. Like, just as long as you have the idea of what the move is for me and the footwork and all the other things that go into making the shot, I'll let the coaches tell them, hey, this is how you need to go over the screen. You need to turn your back. You need to do this move or whatever, because everybody has their preference. So sometimes that's why I don't go in full detail and then go in full coach mode where I'm like, you can't do that way. Okay. Again, they're both are guards. They have very good handles. One thing I want you guys to compare sometimes is when we do similar drills like this, look at how a younger person does it opposed to an older person. Do they do it at the same tempo? Do they do it slower? Do they do it too fast? Are they making the same amount of shots? What is their body language like? They're younger. They haven't been through a lot of different things yet as far as the next level. Are they successful already? And then they work out a certain way because of that. All these things you want to consider when looking at these players go through the motions of their workout. And that's something I look at too when the years of working someone out. Is their confidence growing? Are they growing in general? How much time are they spending on the small things? And so now what you'll see me do is you'll see me talk about the lift of the ball. So now I'm showing them how the ball is raising when he's going up and why he continues to miss when he's frustrated, because he's actually an exceptional shooter. I would put him on the level of my guy Spencer. He shoots it that well. Like, I've seen a lot of recent games where I'm like, don't leave that guy open because he is going to make you pay. And right now it's left, it's right, it's short, and he's just not understanding. And that's what training is about. It's about the mental grind, because you're getting every shot you want. In the game, sometimes you don't get those shots. So when you miss one or two, you may not get it back. Here's where you get to miss all the shots and take all the shots. So that's what he was figuring out right here. And, that's the beautiful part about being able to work with them, because it's simple conversations. There's no yelling. There's no lack of trust in what I'm telling them, because sometimes you'll tell players things and there'll be a lack of trust and they won't try to fix what their mistakes are. They'll keep doing the same thing until maybe they see it go in at some point. But the biggest thing I'm trying to fix is the mistake, to make them consistent in what they do. I'm not trying to change their shot or their thing that they do, because it's not so much the thing that they do, there's something wrong, and that's why they're not having the success they usually do. So something to keep in mind as well. We're not trying to change players. We're trying to mold them into what they are and try to make them better. Okay. Again, this is just one thing that we were doing on top of a lot of other things. I want to say in this workout, I might have met a time constraint because I had someone else coming in. Obviously, you'll see those guys too, or girls, depending on who it was that came in. I'm pitching it to them here. It's the early pitch ahead, and then seeing if we can get something off of the pitch. And if not, how are you going to utilize that body that's there in front of you to get the open look for three or a mid-range shot, depending on how the defense is playing. And so that's what we were working on here. We crossed it over. We went through the legs. I believe he went behind the back too. Staying on one side of the floor. We obviously did it on both sides. And just trying to make him a better shooter off the dribble, but not only off the dribble, off of action where there's bodies and people grabbing and throwing, hands up based on help and other things. So just wanted them to get the rhythm down with that first. And then, always have to get in your basic shots too. And we definitely did that. But again, I just wanted to continue to work on the one skill because it didn't make sense to go into something else in this particular session when we had a focus. He just wasn't shooting it well. And so we just had to just hone in on this. I moved the cone so they could use my body to come a little bit tighter. Sometimes it's frustrating to do that when I don't have a rebounder because I like to be the rebounder so I can see how they're moving and how their feet are. Here, once I pitch it to him, it's kind of hard to see the way I like to watch it. He figured it out as time went on. He did. That's why he's the player he is. And again, I'm excited to see his sister and him play. Now, they go to different schools, so it's going to be tough to get to both. But hopefully they play on different days, and then that'll make it easier to go check out, what they do. Looking at it again, make sure you pay attention to how they are moving in the drill, how the ball is flowing off the dribble into the shot. What shots are they choosing? It's mid-range. It's coming in the slot. When they counter, they don't go all the way to the corner. They go like mid between, the wing and right before you get down into that corner. So just things to consider when watching the workout. That's always what we're here for. And one thing you got to remember too is free throws are overlooked, like those easy shots. Take them. I made them shoot free throws. They're overlooked. And that's something that you don't want to overlook because we don't always make them at a high percentage. And some of the highest percentage shots that we take are some of the hardest shots. You don't see people make them consistently, right? Layups, free throws, little floater. Those things are hard. So keep that in mind, Basketball U. Thank you for coming through as you always do. I am the Daily Trainer. And remember, someone's always working. Are you?